Last night had a great slate of games. We had some history. We saw some new rookies that we can talk about today. So overall, it was a great NBA night, and we're going to talk about all of it. I want to remind you guys to leave a like if you enjoy this video. You don't have to do that right now. Just do it as you enjoy the video. And subscribe if you want more daily NBA content. So we're going to hop straight into the games. You guys know I don't like my long intros. Nuggets beating the Mavericks 115-103. The 76ers came up. Sorry, did I say Mavericks? Nuggets beat the 76ers 115-103. The 76ers came out with only 7 players. Just to name off a few, their starting lineup consisted of Tyrese Maxey, Isaiah Joe, Mathias, Dwight Howard, and Danny Green. So just basically scrubs. And I love Tyrese Maxey coming out of the draft. I thought he was picked a little low. And he dropped 39. He dropped 39 points. Ridiculous. He got his real minutes for the first time. And honestly, he looked way better than Ben Simmons. Obviously, it was a super small sample size on what Ben Simmons does on the defensive side of the ball is ridiculous. But only allowing 115, I mean, props to Dwight Howard for keeping Nikola Jokic mostly in check. I mean, not a bad game at all for the 76ers, saying that they had no Ben Simmons, no Embiid, no role players really. I think if they did, it would have been a runaway for them. But Tyrese Maxey looked phenomenal. Definitely not a bad way to do that game if you were the 76ers. I mean, going out with 7 players is never a good thing, but seeing one of your young players shine like that is incredibly good. The Heat beat the Wizards 128-124. This one was pretty well. This one went pretty well for the Wizards, saying that they had no Beal and no Westbrook. But then again, they couldn't guard a Park Carr. Tyler Hero had his first real breakout night of the season, had 31. Pretty efficiently. Goran Dragic still looks like a great 6-man, my 6-man of the year so far. So good for them. Wizards drop another, really disappointing. Suns beat the Pacers 125-117. Mikal Bridges, one of my favorite players, great 3-and-D player, dropped 34 points very efficiently. Devin Booker's taking a little setback, but he had 25 in that game. Chris Paul is 15-10. Pretty, boring game, to be honest with you. Spurs beat the Timberwolves in OT. Patty Mills has been coming up so clutch for these guys. DeMar DeRozan drops 38. DeJounte Murray had 22, 14, and 7. Ridiculous stat line. And then on the flip side, Cat came back for the T-Wolves. Good sign for them, and they played relatively well too. Cat, D'Angelo Russell, and Malik Beasley combined for 70. They're doing pretty well, and I'd expect their season to turn around now that they have Cat back. Because when Cat was on the floor with them, they looked amazing, and when he wasn't, they didn't look good at all. Cavs lose to the Bucks 92-100. No Giannis due to back spasms. No Sexton and Garland. Honestly, I don't know why. Drummond shined. He had 26 and 24. Something that happens when you don't have Giannis in there and you have Brook Lopez as your real big man, your only big man, is you're going to get dominated on the glass. And Drummond, being one of the best rebounders I've ever seen, showed that. Putting him 26 and 24. Middleton led the way for the Bucks, though, putting him a nice 27. Outside of that, it was an all-around victory. Surprising me that they held the Cavs to 90. But then again, it's also not because they don't have any true scorers other than Garland and Sexton. Magic loosed the Mavericks 112-98. Vucevic had a nice game, 30 and 15, but he didn't have much help outside of that. Tim Hardaway Jr. had 36, which was a nice breakout for him. Maybe he'll see more starting minutes going forward. I know the Mavericks were short-handed tonight, so he had to get a lot of minutes, but he looked really well. Luke had another 20, 11, and 10 triple-double. If he can figure out the efficiency, he's been shooting it terribly from three-point range. If he starts hitting it for real, he will be the MVP. I mean, Jokic, again, he looks like my MVP right now, but if Luka can get the efficiency figured out, he can just find his rhythm, I expect Luka to be the MVP, because right now he's definitely in top 5, and he's not found his groove yet. So this guy is dangerous. Watch out for him. Trailblazers beat the Kings 125-99. CJ McCollum led the way for the Trailblazers, 37. Dame had a quiet 17, didn't really look that great. Other than that, it was kind of an all-around chip in for the Blazers. Actually, Carmelo didn't even play that well. Rocco didn't play that well. But they got their points. And then nobody shot and no one scored more than 15 for the Kings. We saw them start Tyrese Halliburton alongside Buddy Hield and De'Aaron Fox. They went a little bit small there, and it might have affected them. Also, obviously, those 3 aren't the best defenders. So, I want to see what they do with Tyrese Halliburton. Obviously, Halliburton at 12 was an amazing pick for the Kings. He fell way too low. He was in top 6s in a lot of mock drafts, right? But he doesn't fit with that team, right? So I do want to see what they do with him, especially since he's playing so well. I don't see a guy like him being traded away from that team as much as I would like to trade him away. If I was a Kings guy, just because they have no need for him, I'd see Buddy Hield gone first. So we'll have to see. I think that could be a team that makes a lot of deals at the deadline that could shake up the league. Lastly, I saved this one on purpose. The Hawks lose to the Hornets 105-113. LaMelo Ball is the youngest player ever to put up a triple-double. He's the real deal. I said it in my draft video. I said that LaMelo Ball will be the best rookie out of this draft class, and so far, this I think puts him at the best so far. Obviously, Anthony Edwards has been balling, especially on the offensive side. James Wiseman has looked great, but LaMelo Ball and the minutes he's getting is going crazy. And compared to Devontae Graham, who shot 1 for 6, I think it is really time to make the switch. James Borrego, you can't watch this happen. He flirted with a triple-double the other night. He got his triple-double. He's turning into the beast we thought he would, and we're not even close to halfway done with the season. It's time, James Borrego and the Charlotte Hornets. Start LaMelo Ball. Give him 30 minutes a game. Trae Young had another horrendous night. Shot 5 for 19, 0 for 5 from 3. Obviously, we won't see that happen every night. The Hawks will look a lot better. The only thing that they have been having is inconsistency, and they've had some injury problems. Once this team can get fully healthy and in their flow, obviously they'll be a deep playoff team. It'll be fun to watch. But LaMelo Ball is that dude. Jokic, Tyrese Maxey, Tyler Hero, Mikal Bridges, great nights all around. It was a fun night of basketball. Hope you guys are enjoying this next night of basketball that I haven't covered yet. Make sure you watch out for my video tomorrow. If you want that video, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one, alright? Peace.